Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda, Chic777, and today I'm coming at you with a design team project for Reneabouquets. Now this particular project, I found this wooden trivet at Goodwill, and it was, $1.99, and it's about a 7 by 7 inch trivet. And I thought about, obviously it's a blank canvas, and I thought about just kind of turning it into just, a neat little home decor piece. But then you all know me, and I decided to turn it into a clock. So I'm going to move my sign out of the way and show you what I came up with. Let me adjust my camera just a touch, bringing it up a little bit. And bring in my project. Here it is. Let me go down a little bit more with my camera. I know, right? Super cute. I love how it turned out. And so since I turned it into a clock, I made it so it's kind of like a tabletop clock. And this trivet just sits about, the legs on it are just about an inch high. But, it could, if I made, took some really sturdy, medium weight chipboard and made, a little kind of flap in the back and glued it to the back of it, I could make it because the legs on the bottom are kind of this, kind of goes fat to skinny on the legs. So I could make, a little flap on the back, almost like an easel, and then it could sit upright if I wanted. I haven't quite decided yet, and I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this project yet. Whether I'm going to keep it or give it away. Originally, I'm kind of wanting to give it away as a thank you gift for somebody. But it all was, dependent on how it turned out, how I felt about it. So, anyway, the paper that I used on this project is by Prima. New release, Tales of You and Me collection, and then just a little bit from the Not Stationer's Desk, the Time Traveler's Memories, which is this sheet here. And the trivet was it a black color? It was a black color, but I wanted it to have texture on it. So I used the black gesso I have in my stash, the Pouncy brush, and, up and down, couple 2 or 3 coats to give it that little just kind of finite texture on it, as I usually do. Drilled a hole in my clock, measured where I want it, got a little bit close to the legs, so my clock is actually at an angle, the clock part on the back, but no big deal because it's not at an angle on the front, and that's what matters most. Glued it, glued this part to the trivet piece so it doesn't come off. And then let me kind of bring it up close and show you. As you can see, all my paper edges, I distressed the edges, did a little bit of sewing on it as I usually do. And we'll just kind of do a little slow moving theme here and kind of show you everything at a glance, and then we'll get a little bit more up close and personal with it to give you the details. Okay, let's see, just use I layered 3 sheets. This is the Time Traveler's Memories. I've got Tales of You and Me on the front here. On top of that, another piece of Time Traveler's Memories, and then down here on the bottom back to Tales of You and Me collection. So for the clock, it's just, clock piece. Either this one is from Walmart or Hobby Lobby, not sure. For the pieces, the numbers on the clock, I usually only will do, the 12, 3, 6, and 9. If I'm out of those numbers, I might go for the 2, 4, 8, and 10. And a lot of times I like to add a little bit of whimsy to my 12. And these metal numbers are by Prima. So I've got Roman numeral up here side to side, the regular, number down here. And up here at the top, I've got a mixture of Roman numerals and then a tiny, tiny little key to act as a number 1 from 7 Gypsies. But I just think that's super cute. Gives it a little bit of whimsy, like I said. So let's start up here in the upper right corner. This little metal corner piece is by Tim Holtz. And then coming down, this love, this wooden word is from my stash, comes from Saw Crafters. And then, of course, as usual, did a lot of layering, mostly Wild Orchid Craft Prima flowers and some flowers from Reneabouquets. So on the love word, I just I think I did a mixture of Tim Holtz white picket fence crackle paint and then just some regular white paint on the top. And then just kind of darkened the edges with some Prima chalk ink. I was trying to remember the shade that I used on the chalk ink. I think it was, I really like this shade. It gives it a nice vintage kind of look to it, worn look. And of course now I can't find the shade I used as I'm looking and trying to talk to you. I bought a couple of them. Now of course I can't find either one of them. Oops, might have found one. Yeah, Shabby Tote. Shabby Tote was the shade that I used. And it is really nice. It's just a nice little shade to kind of, vintage it out. So that's what I did there, just kind of around the edges, just to kind of make the word, stand out, not fall flat against the project. Make it look a little dimensional. And then kind of what I did, I wanted to do my layering. I needed something to kind of layer up on, and I needed to keep everything kind of to this side, and allowing enough room for the clock hands and that to turn. Okay, so the first thing I did, as far as layering wise, and you can just barely catch a glimpse of it here, I've got a kitchen or a whatever drawer handle, kitchen cabinet handle, whatever that I added to here, and this was going to allow me to kind of layer things on it, kind of at a slant. And then underneath, kind of, I started out, once I layered that down, then I've got like a Prima, like a resin wing here, and I added some Tim Holtz white crackle paint to it, as well as some more stuff. I'll come back to that. And then I've got some Recollections flowers on there. I forgot about that. There's some Recollections flowers there. Added like a little bead landing gear in here. I've got Prima metal clock face and clock hand, which is my usual staples. These are from Renees Shop. I've got a beautiful, which you can barely see, but you can kind of see a beautiful Prima flower here. This is from Renees Shop. It's the Prima, the Tatiana collection, and it comes like 4 pieces to a pack. This was my last flower. It's kind of a beautiful kind of mauve pink color. Layered on top of that, this is a Tim Holtz ornate book plate. This is from Renees Shop. And then layered over the top, this is a Prima metal street sign. It says Your Path. And so basically I was saying love your path. Let's go over to the right side again. This is a Prima wooden butterfly. This is from the Tales of You and Me collection, the wood icons. I've got a little Tim Holtz buckle in here just for some whimsy. I was originally going to kind of hang chain in here, but I thought, well, if I decide to keep it as, a flat tabletop clock, the chain isn't going to look right. It's going to kind of hang droopy and not, where if I upright, then the chain would hang good. But I was going to hang from that. And of course, as you noticed, didn't put any chain. But I thought this was still super cute to leave in there. Tucked inside here. And then here, trying to look through my camera at the same time, and then right down here from my stash is just some Prima floral trim, and I think, let me grab it here, Prima floral trim, and it's the Magnolia. And this is what the trim looks like. I love their floral trims. I think they have 4 designs. Super cute, and I love to kind of tuck it in like that. Gives it a little bit of dimension. And then kind of over to this right side, I've got some flowers from Renees Shop from the Tales of You and Me collection. She's got quite a few pieces of that, one of Prima's newer pieces. And that's this kind of curly rose in here. And then this cute, I don't even know what you call these little beaded stems here. I love it because it just adds some texture. And let me show you the actual packs. It's 2 different packs. This is the curly rose flower. Okay, and beautiful, because that Tales of You and Me collection's like pinks and really kind of light, almost purple, some reds. I just love the colors of that collection. And then this is the other one. which is this pack right here. I like this pack because it's just got some different styles in it. It's not all one type of flowers. You've got kind of these like little daisies and blossoms, some of the curly roses. You've got the little beaded blooms in here. They give you some nice leaves, foliage to go with it, and you get 12 pieces in this pack. So it's just a really nice collection of flowers to work with. And so that's what I've got here and here, and then this flower here is also, of course, covered up, but part of that collection. And then on top of here, this is just from the Frank Garcia Memory Hardware line, one of the little doorknobs that I love. This is a rolled rose from Prima. I think it's the, did I use the Debutante collection? No, I think the Garden Fable collection. Right in here. Down below, super, super cute. One of the new releases in Renee's Shop is these metal keys, and they say dream on them. When I ordered them for my design team kit, I thought they were going to be bigger, but I'm actually glad they're smaller. Because, you know, I've got some, not this particular thing, but keys like this that say like love on it, and they're like twice the size. So I was assuming that these were going to come, you know, that size, but they actually came smaller, and you get 4 to a pack, and they are just the perfect size. I love them, and they all say dream on them. Just super cute. Just love them, and I believe they are in 2 colors? I hesitate to say they are. Forgive me, memory not working right, but this is kind of like a antique bronze color here. But I almost remember it in a silver, but I could be wrong. You think I should know that when I'm telling you about Renee's Shop, but oh, I hate that. So anyway, cute keys in Renee's Shop, love it. And she has kind of revamped her Etsy shop a little bit, kind of subcategorizing each of the different things she has in her shop, so it'll make it a little bit easier for you to find certain things. I believe these are under the trinket section, so really easy to find. But super, super cute, just kind of tucked in down here. Underneath, it's kind of laying, you know, that is laying on top of this cute, cute chipboard piece, also from Renee's Shop. This is Blue Fern Studios. This is the scalloped border section. I cut it in half, and I'll use this half probably on my other project. Really cute. You know, I love Blue Fern Studio chipboard because it's thick. Some chipboard things that are out there, they're just kind of thin and wimpy, and it doesn't really take very well to mixed media and all our sprays and things like that. You know, it starts to kind of, as it gets wet, it kind of unravels and shreds a little bit. But this, as you can see, is fairly nice and thick, sturdy chipboard. And look at all the fine detail on this. I mean, it's just really cute. I just love the scalloped border chipboard. So that, by Blue Fern Studios, like I said, so that is in Renee's Shop. And she's got lots of Blue Fern Studios chipboard and paper collections in there, so you might want to take a look. So and all I did to that is I just white gesso that, and then I use that shabby tote, you know, to just kind of distress the edges a little bit there. So let's move over to this side. This beautiful chiffon flower, I love these, came from Renee's Shop, and this is in the color khaki. It's just a really nice light tan color, brown color, as you can see. Just works beautiful with reds and pinks to give it a shabby look. And all of her chiffon flowers like this come with these beautiful pearl and diamond bling centers, so they're just gorgeous. Another rolled rose over here, again from probably the Garden Fable collection. I've got another little bead landing gear sticking out of there. This flower is from Recollections, some of their new releases at Michael's, as well as this one. Beautiful script on it. Another bead landing gear. Recollections. Same kind of, what I did is I got two, like kind of a mauve and a white of the Recollection flowers. So those are all kind of from the same collections. And then this resin frame that I tend to use a lot on my projects came from Renee's Shop by Prima. You get 3-piece resin frame set. Then I tucked like a cute little light bulb inside of there. And then I've got just some of this floral shabby trim from my stash tucked in there. And then on this paper, which you could, there you go, you can see it there. I used the Crafter's Workshop Artist stencil and some Prima modeling paste to kind of put some stenciling on there. And then I again used that shabby tote to kind of, you know, make that stand out a little bit. Just kind of rubbed it across the top of the stenciling to put that in there. And then to kind of top it all off, I used 3D matte gel and some of these beads from my stash. Some of these tiny little glass beads came from the $1.50 bin at Michael's. I used it over here, a little bit on this flower, and then a little bit over here on this flower. And then also, along with the matte gel, of course, use some of the beautiful Reneabouquets glitter glass. And this is in the pale pink. So I've got some here, and in various areas around the project. Just gives it a soft touch. I always say romantic touch because romantic just kind of means soft to me and, you know, beautiful. But I've got it kind of all over on the wings, on the love, up into this area. And don't mean to go so fast. Don't want to get anybody sick. Down here around on the doorknob, onto the flowers, and onto that resin piece. And let me show you up close this pale pink color. Here it is. Right here, pale pink. And there it is. Just like I said, a beautiful pale pink. She's got like a darker pink as well, but this pale pink's really pretty, of course. Works wonderful on shabby projects. But anyway, so there is my design team project for this go around. Turned a trivet into a shabby chic tabletop clock. I will have all the links down below to everything Reneabouquets. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.